Now to Georgia, where there is a push underway for attacks on supporters of the president to be categorized as hate crimes. And the lawmaker backing this is a Democrat. Let's debate the story with Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall and civil rights attorney Harmeet Dillon. Great to have you both back with us tonight.
Thanks, Shannon.
Good to be here.
Okay, so let's start with Vernon Jones, who is a state lawmaker there, a Democrat who, by the way, says he was bullied when he came forward and announced that he was going to be supporting President Trump. He tweets this: "I've watched countless videos of Trump supporters getting attacked in the streets simply due to their support of real Donald Trump. Let's call this what it is, a hate crime. And as we return to the legislature next week, I'll be introducing legislation that'll make it such." And Harmeet, apparently Georgia is one of really only a handful of states that has this kind of hate crimes legislation or laws in the books.
Well, so first of all, what he's talking about is absolutely real. In 2016, I represented over 20 Trump supporters who were viciously assaulted in a rally in San Jose, in which the mayor of San Jose actually almost glorified the violence and said that the Trump supporters deserved it because the president was such a bad person. So this is a real thing. We've seen it happen in other places. So my concern as a civil rights attorney is, how do you parse out punishing people for their actions versus for their thoughts? I'm not in favor of punishing people for their thoughts. However, as a Sikh and a minority in my religious faith, we've had people have murders.
Pushed him to the ground, assaulted him, then teared up the campaign sign. A plea of not guilty has been entered on his behalf. So, Leslie, this is still pending, but it appears to be an example of why this Georgia lawmaker thinks this is necessary.
First of all, I was shocked because I was born in Fall River, Massachusetts. That's where this took place. And I grew up in that area until I went to college. And it's a very tolerant area. Massachusetts, on the whole, is a very tolerant state. So I was shocked, I was surprised, I was sickened. Secondly, here's the problem I have with this. Are we then going to equate political ideology with religion, race, gender, sexual orientation, disability, and ethnicity? That's what most hate crime laws, whether state or on a federal level, look at, and does that come under this umbrella? Additionally, if you're going to say, well, we're going to have a hate crime when somebody who wears the Make America Great Again hat is attacked, well, what about people who are attacked by those wearing the MAGA hats or who are Trump supporters? Right now, there are 30 people at least in the United States sitting in prison who have assaulted or killed those who opposed and were not supportive of Donald Trump. So if this legislation is going to go forth, it has to be fair to those who were attacked or are attacked for supporting the president, as well as those who oppose him.
Well, and as part of this conversation, Harmeet, the Washington Post says this. This is the consequence of Trump's reign of rage. This is by Dana Milbank saying hate crimes in the U.S. are 30% higher than before Trump's reign of rage. So they say that you both come back soon.
Thank you.